Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Akeem Shannon, founder and creator of the Flipstik. On this channel, we talk about entrepreneurship, business, intellectual property, how to pitch your business, how to raise funds for your business. So if you're looking for anything business related, you are in the right place. And if you are in the right place, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I definitely appreciate it. Today, we're talking about intellectual property. We are talking about how you protect your name, how you protect your ideas, and how you protect your creativity. So first off, there are three types of intellectual property. You have trademarks, you have copyrights, and you have patents. So the first one, a trademark, protects really the most valuable thing you have. It's your name. The second is a copyright. Copyright creates your creativity. Think the lyrics for your song, your music, your book, all those things will fall under copyright. And lastly, a patent. A patent protects your ideas, whether it be a product or a system or a process of how to get something done. A patent will cover your intellectual creativity. So today I want to talk about the importance of intellectual property. As much as we hear about it, a lot of people don't understand why it's important to them, even at a small stage. When you first get started, it's crucial to make sure that you're not skipping that step. You may have caught my video on how to turn your idea into a product. Well, before you do that, it's important that you protect your ideas, because otherwise anybody can come along and they can say, hey, this is mine. So one is a trademark. So a trademark protects your name. They're incredibly easy to file, and drop a comment below if you want to learn in detail, see how you file a trademark, how you find a patent. I'll walk you guys through the entire process, save you 10 grand from hiring a lawyer. It'll cost you a couple $100. That's it. You don't have to give me anything. I'll do it for free. All right. But when you file a trademark, the first thing you want to do is a search. You can search for a name to make sure that no one else has already saved that name. And then you can basically, copyright your name. And the reason that a trademark is important is sometimes you have a good product, but your product is so simple that you really can't protect it. But you can always protect your name. I'll give you a prime example. Kleenex. It literally is just a piece of tissue. It's nothing. There's nothing proprietary about it. There's nothing that you can protect about it. It's just a soft piece of paper. You blow your nose. People have been doing it for centuries. But the name Kleenex has value. And so the fact that Kleenex owns that name, they can leverage that into customer loyalty. They can leverage that into brand space, to brand awareness. And that's how they're able to make billions of dollars. They have no patent on the actual Kleenex, but they do own their name. So, what happens if you don't protect your name? Let's talk about that. Because a lot of people say, well, it's my name. What if I'm just John? I don't need to protect that name. Well, if you're using your name for business, you absolutely do. I'll tell you a story about a really famous musician. For the young people out there, they may not know who this is, but his name is Prince. Prince was a huge rock star back in the day, right? He wrote Purple Rain, classic, performed at Super Bowls. This dude is next level. For those who know them, they're like, duh, it's Prince. Everybody knows who Prince is, right? So, Prince was at the top of his game, right? He was producing music, everyone was in love with him, but Prince was a true creator. He was writing songs every other day, and he wanted to pump them all out. However, Warner Brothers, his label, they had a different idea. They're like, look, we don't want to put all this music. You need to hold something back, slow down. But he really wasn't with that. So he's like, you know what? I'm done with Warner Brothers. I'm going to go out on my own. However, what he didn't know was that Warner Brothers had trademarked the name Prince. And so when he went out and he wanted to perform, he wanted to go on TV, he wanted to do concerts, he did not have the right to use the name Prince to go about his business in any way related to music. So, being the creator that he was, what he did was he created a symbol. His symbol kind of fused together the male and female symbols, and it was unpronounceable, but he literally changed his name to a symbol so that he could just go and create music. And a lot of people at the time were like, why are you doing this? You're being rebellious. No one can even pronounce this symbol. It doesn't make sense. But what a lot of people didn't know at the time was he did not have the legal right to use his own name in anything related to music and anything related to branding, t-shirts, because Warner Brothers had trademarked that name across any type of industry that it would be relative to. And that's the important thing when it comes to trademarks and patents, is that they're based on industries. So just because somebody owns the name for music, it doesn't mean that you can't have the same name for stuffed animals. They're completely different. So a lot of times when you're protecting your name, you want to make sure that, hey, if I'm gonna put my name on animals, if I'm gonna put my name on music, if I'm gonna put my name on movies, I have to protect it across all these different industries. And that's something that at the time that Prince didn't know. And so he spent years battling, trying to get back the rights to his name. So hopefully that kind of explains like why this is so important. But I'm gonna give you another 21st century example of, you know, how it can go wrong when you don't protect yourself. So, you know, Prince was, you know, one example. But a more recent example is Dave Chappelle. Now, everybody still knows Dave Chappelle as Dave Chappelle. He still uses his name, Dave Chappelle. However, many people may have seen a show called The Chappelle Show, and it's no longer on the air, and Dave Chappelle has now started a new Chappelle Show, and you may be wondering why. Well, the same situation. When he signed his deal with Comedy Central for his show, Comedy Central filed the trademarks for the name Chappelle Show. So he can't come out and just create another Chappelle Show on another network because he does not own the rights to his own name, even though it's in the name of the show. Not only that, but you think of a TV show, you don't necessarily think that, you know, there's something that you can maybe patent on it, because a patent's for an idea, right? Like the iPhone has a patent, you know, products have patents, but you don't necessarily think that, oh, a TV show can have a patent, but it can, right? Because they have a process in which they produce the show. There's a theme to the way that the show works. And in fact, it is very common for people to buy the rights to different TV show formats. So when you see a reality TV show, the reason there may only be one show exactly like that reality show is because they own the rights to that television format. And in the case of Dave Chappelle, that was the case. He can't come out with another sketch show exactly like his because Comedy Central owns the rights not only to the format of the show, but they own the rights to the name, Chappelle Show, when it relates to creating a TV show about sketches. So with both of these examples, here are people who are doing very well, but they literally get stopped because they didn't understand how intellectual property works. So what I encourage for all of you out there, I know that when you make your product, your business, you won't make that same mistake. It doesn't matter if you're a creator on YouTube, you're a TikToker who's using your Flipstik to make TikTok videos, or if you want to create a product like I did. You know, you have to protect your name first, and then you have to protect your ideas and your creativity. So if you're interested in like going in more depth on this, I wrote my own patent, I wrote my own trademark, I watched YouTube videos, I did my own research, I didn't hire anyone to do it. I'll walk you through the entire process so that you can protect yourself too as you go on to make your millions and millions of dollars. And with that, that wraps up the video. Listen, if you liked it, if you learned a little something, make sure to like and subscribe this video. Drop a comment down below. I'll respond to every single comment on the page. I love when you guys give me a comment, so keep them coming. Even the critical feedback, you know, we're new at this, so, you know, we're getting better, we're learning, you're telling us what we should do better, so keep the comments coming. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.